Please can I ask everybody to stand and join me in welcoming the class of 2025. Thank you. You may now be seated. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2025. I want to start by saying thank you to our Year 9 student, Liel, for that beautiful and heartfelt musical welcome. So thank you, Liel. A gentle reminder that our photographer is capturing moments from throughout the ceremony, and we will be sharing these photos with you afterwards, so please remain seated to ensure everyone can enjoy the event without disruption. Thank you. It is a true honor to have so many of you here today to celebrate this remarkable cohort. We are especially pleased to welcome our distinguished guests, Mr. Ian Frew, His Majesty's Ambassador to Vietnam, who is our keynote speaker for today, and our BIS alumna, Cho Min Seo, or Heidi, from the class of 2022, who will be speaking with us later in the ceremony about her journey since she has left BIS Hanoi and the values that BIS has instilled in her. As we come together to honor our Year 13 students, I'm filled with deep pride and admiration. Your time at BIS has been nothing short of extraordinary. You have met challenges with resilience, embraced opportunities with courage, and exemplified what it means to lead with purpose and with heart. From your very first days in the sixth form, so many of you took on leadership roles, whether as head students, prefects, or house captains, with enthusiasm and maturity, supporting our school community always with grace. Balancing these responsibilities while navigating the rigors of the IB or the BIS diploma with its many internal assessments, oral presentations, and core components is a tremendous task. Yet you all managed it with perseverance and composure. And then came the IB exams, the culmination of your academic journey. You faced them with determination, focus, and a quiet strength that inspired all of us. You should be incredibly proud of your efforts and all that you have achieved. These efforts really do represent hard work, discipline, and a steadfast commitment to excellence. But it's not just the academics that set this group apart. What truly distinguishes the class of 2025 is how you have lived our core values: perseverance, respect, and care. You have shown kindness and compassion in your daily interactions. Your impact goes beyond the classroom. You've given your time generously to community service, Model United Nations or sports teams, mentoring younger students. You've helped shape a culture of collaboration and respect, whether through your visits to the Early Years Centre, participation in your CCAs, or countless acts of leadership and service. Your contributions have created a lasting legacy. And as we celebrate your journey today, know that you will always have a place at BIS Hanoi. Wherever life takes you next, you bring with you not just knowledge, but friendships, memories, and the values that will guide you into the future. And as you step into the next chapter of your life, may you do so with courage, passion, and a sense of purpose. And in the words of the Vietnamese monk, apologies for my pronunciation, Thich Nhat Hanh, because you are alive, everything is possible. Congratulations, class of 2025. And now it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage our head of secondary, Mr. Lee Falconer. Please join me in giving him a warm round of applause.
"438 years. And no, before any of you sat up front think that's how old I am, that's not what 438 years is about. It's how long you, the graduating class of 2025, have been BIS Lionhearts. 438 years of living our school values, showing integrity, respect, and care, and approaching your learning with inquiry, reflection, and perseverance. Now, if we went back 438 years in time, those of you sat to my left and right who did HL maths will know that that is 1587. Well, in 1587, Mary, Queen of Scots, was beheaded for plotting to assassinate Queen Elizabeth I. Assassination seems to have been the theme of this era, because even here in Vietnam, Emperor Le Trong Duc was murdered by his palace emperors. 438 years ago was indeed a grisly time. Ambassador, Mr. Vaughan, fortunately for you, we are more civilized in 2025 when it comes to our leaders. No grisly endings for you today. Now, graduating class of 2025, I know that you will hold these 438 years as BIS Lionhearts far beyond today's graduation ceremony. Take the BIS values that you have upheld, lived, and espoused far into the future. Be the change. Make a difference. Leave a BIS legacy everywhere that you can. The world will be a better place for it, one smile at a time. Now, today for your graduation, I'd encourage you not to reflect too much on the past. Don't measure those 438 years in your head. Those precious BIS memories that you've created will stay with you for a lifetime. Likewise, don't cast yourselves too much into the future today. You've been creating your future for 438 BIS years. Your future is already in your hands, ready to be seized and built upon. Instead, live in the moment. Live for now. Enjoy today, for soon it will be gone. This is probably one of the last times that the entire class of 2025 will be together. And please don't tell me about the after party. Enjoy being together today. Enjoy being celebrated by your families and your loved ones. Enjoy being celebrated by your teachers who have joined us today. Celebrate one another, but also celebrate yourselves. Be proud of your accomplishments. Take in every second and make today a memory that you will hold dear for the years that lie ahead of you. Graduating class of 2025, enjoy. Today is yours. And it now gives me great pleasure to hand over to Miss Gemma Archer, Assistant Head Teacher, who will be issuing our special prizes. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Faulkner. Good afternoon, everybody. I've had the privilege of being your IB coordinator for the past 2 years, and for some of you, your teachers for the past 4 years. And so before we celebrate the awards that reflect just some of the ways that you've all stretched, grown, and contributed to our school, I just wanted to take a moment to speak directly to you, the class of 2025. In preparing for today, I return to our sixth form vision, a vision that states that we are a community of principled, caring, and resilient learners who embrace challenge and take responsibility for changing our world for the better. And when I look back over your journey, I think what stands out most isn't just how far that you've come academically, it's really how you've grown as people, and it's how that you have really made that bold sixth form statement that our sixth form team hope to see lived out real in our community at BIS. You've shown principle, not always loudly, but in quiet choices to do what's right when nobody's watching. You've shown care in small but significant acts, checking in on a friend, lifting each other through tough weeks, noticing when somebody needs a little bit of kindness. You've shown resilience when the deadlines piled up, when doubt crept in, when things didn't go quite as you planned. You got back up, you came back the next day, and you tried again. You've embraced the challenge of the IB, you grew through it, and then you often turned back to help somebody else through theirs. Some of you might remember our learning journey diagram. It's the one that I always use when I talk to you about learning new things being hard. The internal narratives that happen when we go through learning new things. I don't understand. It's too hard, I want to give up. Oh, no, actually, I think I'm going to try again. Maybe I'll ask for some help. And finally, as you master your new learning, I get it. Yeah, I can do this. You've lived that cycle again and again, academically, emotionally, and socially. And now, today marks another turning point, a transition, a moment that carries you both with joy, with sadness, because it also marks the end of something that's been familiar for you for years. There's no more IB, no more manage back. I don't think you're going to miss that one, to be fair. No more deadlines. Oh, sorry, I meant to say extensions. Your parents can probably confirm there's always going to be another deadline. But also no more house sorting, Germa sandwiches, TET assemblies, Phoboseo training, CCAs, me nagging you about what you're doing in your study period or tucking in your shirt. All those classroom moments with your teachers, the teachers that made you laugh, that challenged you, that have believed in you, often before you actually believed in yourself. These moments might feel small now, but they've been stitched into the fabric of your time at BIS. They're part of what made BIS a place that is yours. They're part of your legacy, as Miss Embling said already. And endings, whilst sometimes bittersweet, are also beginnings. And as I shared with all of you yesterday, I too am stepping into something new. After 20 years in schools, I'm moving into a different chapter, working more widely with people around the world. And it comes with nerves, yes, but it also comes with excitement for the new things that lie ahead. And because we don't grow by staying still, we grow by listening to who we're becoming. And you, class of 2025, have shown us that you are really becoming thoughtful, principled, caring people who support one another and help others belong. That gives me confidence, not just in what you'll go on to do, but in who I know you already are. And as the poet Rumi wrote, it's your road and yours alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you. That's what today is about. You've had teachers, parents, and friends walking beside you. Every step forward has always been your own. To the class of 2025, the road ahead will be uncertain at times. It may require you to pause, to pivot, to change direction, and that's okay. To our parents, we know that this is a moment of pride and emotion. The urge to hold on tightly is natural. But as we know, we can walk beside them, pick them up when they fall, tell them it's going to be okay, but we can never ride the bike for them, just as we couldn't sit their exams for them. We cannot walk their road. Letting go is one of the hardest and most generous acts of love. So let me finish with one more quote that I often return to from Brené Brown. Being clear is kind. So let me be very clear. We are deeply proud of all of you, not just what you've achieved, but for who you've become. Principled, caring, and resilient. You have earned your place in the story of BIS Hanoi. Now it's your time to write the next chapter of your own, and we look forward to hearing all about it, maybe at our August alumni event. Congratulations, class of 2025. Can I please invite Mr. Faulkner and Miss Miller to the stage to help me present the special awards? Okay, so the sports prize for a female sports person goes to Nguyen Phung Bao Nhang. Please come to the stage. The male sports prize goes to Trang Tayang. The extended essay is an independent project that the students choose something that they're passionate about to independently research. And the special prize for excellence in the extended essay for class of 2025 goes to Phu Quang Nguyen. And for theory of knowledge, a core part of the IB diploma, where students learn to critically think and question different perspectives. Excellence in theory of knowledge goes to Hyo-eun Kim. For contribution to performing arts, Nargis Gatalinia. And for excellence in creativity, activity and service, contributing to our community and the wider community, Hyun Darvin. Now on to subject prizes. So the prize for biology goes to Jin Ho Seo. The prize for business management goes to Zung Anzui. The prize for chemistry goes to Runa Hagiwara. The prize for computer science goes to Nguyen Kwok Ambao. Well done, Brian. The prize for economics goes to Luna Tree. The prize for English A goes to Hyo-eun Kim. The prize for English B goes to Tomioka Suzuki. Well done, Tommy. The prize for Environmental Systems and Societies goes to Kylie Kim. And the award for French goes to Thuy Lam Nguyen. The Geography Prize winner is Min-duk Chu. And the History Prize winner is Hannah Nguyen. The Korean prize goes to Luna Chue. The Mathematics Analysis and Approaches prize goes to Ji Sung Hong. The Mathematics Applications and Interpretations prize goes to Kan Hua Lei. The Music Prize goes to Kylie Kim. The physics prize goes to Tae Hwan Kim. The Spanish prize goes to Sua Yoon. The Sports, Exercise and Health Science prize goes to Jin Ho Seo. The Japanese prize goes to Tomioka Suzuki. The Vietnamese prize goes to Trinh Vu Nguyen. And the Visual Arts prize goes to Do Won Kim. And that reaches the end of our subject prizes. We have one final special award to acknowledge the work and the leadership of our head students throughout their tenure. So I'd like to invite to the stage our two head students, Nguyen Phung Bang Wen, Trang Lin Chi, and the deputy head students, Hyun Darvin and Duarte Suarez Miguel Dante. And for our final special prize, the Principals Award, I would like to hand over to Mr. Richard Vaughan.
Thank you so much. Now, the award that I'm going to be making is the Principals Award. And there is only one awarded each term, and this is on the recommendation of all the teachers within the year group. And it is somebody selected from class 13S. I'd like to welcome to the stage Tomioka Suzuki. Now, I've asked Tommy just to stay where he is just for a moment, just enjoying the suspense, because this is the reason behind this Principals Award. Also affectionately known as Tommy, known as by his peers and teachers, has always been a model BIS student. Since he joined in Year 9, He has worked tirelessly to improve his English and is now one of our best English speakers. This effort and progress is showcased in his win today of the English B Subject Prize. He has then used this knowledge and given back to our community to support other Japanese speakers in our school, always translating for parents' evenings and running Japanese student support sessions. He is incredibly polite, always has a smile on his face, and cares passionately about student well-being. He truly embodies our values at BIS Hanoi, and we know that he will go on to have a very successful future. Well done, Susuke. Rather nicely, the transition that I've got this afternoon is to one of our alumni, who interestingly enough from the class of 2022 was also the Principal's Award winner. And so I want to welcome onto the stage Cho Min-so, also known as Heidi. Welcome back, Heidi.
Good afternoon, parents, family, teachers, and most importantly, graduates. I'm honored to be here with you today to celebrate the class of 2025. I want to start by thanking the Sixth Form team for having me today, and I also want to say a huge congratulations to the class of 2025. Today is the closing of one chapter, but it is also the start of a new one. Regardless of what your plans may look like after graduation, your life is about to change. Now, change can be a terrifying thing. I was once sitting in these exact seats, facing the prospect of leaving all of my friends and family to move halfway across the world to start college. Even though I'd moved numerous times before, even though I'd gotten used to seeing friends come and go and saying goodbye, having to uproot my life again was daunting. But I think the thing that we often forget about change is how beautiful and exciting it can be. I think back to that day and just how much my life has changed since then. I've made so many new friends, many who I consider a second family. I've tried new experiences, traveled to new places, and of course, I've still kept in touch with many of the friends that I made here at BIS. All of that could not have happened if I'd not embraced all the changes in my life. One of the biggest changes is going to be the people that are around you, because over the next few months, there are going to be a lot of goodbyes and see you laters to be said. It's heartbreaking to watch your friends leave or to leave your friends and family. But whenever I have to say goodbyes, I'm always brought back to this quote by Winnie the Pooh. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. I think if any part of you is even a little bit sad at the prospect of leaving or saying goodbye, it's just a sign of how blessed we are to have met the friends we have at BIS and to be surrounded by our family. I've gone to international schools for most of my life. And the bittersweetness of going to an international school is the fact that many of you will be going to very different and separate places. None of my close BIS friends go to college near me. It takes at least 4 hours by plane to see them, some 12 hours, and some even more than that. 3 years ago, I was disheartened, thinking about how long it would take for me to see these friends again. But now, and this might sound a little bit crazy, having friends so spread apart is kind of exciting. At least for me, the rarer something is, the more I tend to cherish it. I count down the days that I get to reunite with my old friends. We make plans to travel together and see one another. Honestly, having friends so far away just means I have another excuse to get on a plane somewhere new. And when you're not with your BIS friends, I know that you will be surrounded by the new people you meet in your future. Whatever I say today, or whatever advice other people give you, I think it's natural to have a bit of fear going into this next stage of your life. But as a fellow BIS graduate, I know that your experiences at BIS and enduring the 2 arduous years of IB have shaped you to be a strong and resilient person. When I attended BIS, I was taught the values of respect, integrity, reflection, and most importantly for me, perseverance. I may only be 21, but I know that throughout your life, you're going to encounter numerous challenges and obstacles. When those times inevitably come, think back to the values that BIS instilled in you and the lessons you learned from your time right here. Honestly, I still think back to the difficult 2 years that was the IB diploma program, and if all of us can do that, we can all do whatever we put our minds to. This may sound a bit cheesy, but I still apply the skills that BIS and the IB have taught me in my life now, whether that be time management or perseverance. I think one of the most important lessons that I've learned along the way is to not live your life with the expectation that it will start tomorrow. Because the fact of the matter is your life has already begun. I spent a lot of my life with the sense that I'm always chasing the next thing, starting IB, applying to college, mock exams, IB exams, graduation, getting an internship, studying for more exams, finding a job. Sometimes it feels like it will never end. But on this journey, please remember to take a step back and live your life. Of course, it's important to plan for the future, and of course, it's important to have goals. What I think is most important is remembering to be in the present. No matter what you choose to do with your life, time will pass. People often talk about living life with no regrets, but you can't do that if you only focus on the future. To me, the best thing about starting a new chapter in your life is getting a blank slate. You get to write your own narrative as to who you are and try things you've never tried before. And this may sound a bit cliche, but I encourage you to have an open mind. Even if you have a rigid plan for what the next few years of your life will look like, plans can change. Goals can change, and your dreams can change. Change is scary, but it's inevitable. Moving forward into this new chapter of your life, I urge you to embrace this change. Try everything, meet new people, be willing to fail, and be ready for when you undoubtedly succeed. Congratulations, class of 2025, and thank you. Now, please join me in welcoming to the stage Mr. Ian Frew, His Majesty's Ambassador to Vietnam.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. Now, it is raining outside, but I can feel that we have all the warmth and all the energy in here this afternoon. This is a real honor for me to stand with you here today to celebrate this significant milestone in your lives. To our students, our graduating class, my congratulations. You have reached the end of one stage in your journey, and now you are standing on the threshold of another. And to the parents and families and teachers and staff here today, thank you. Thank you for your tireless support, your guidance, and your belief in these young people who are sitting here before us. Now, graduation is a time for reflection and of anticipation. It marks the end of one chapter, the beginning of another. It's also a time when you get a lot of advice. Now, I think you should choose to use that advice as you see best. You are the best judges of your path, and that judgment that is within you and which has been nurtured at BIS in Hanoi is what is going to help to steer for you what is right in your lives. But if I can offer a few thoughts to share with you, I would encourage you, above all, to be kind to yourselves. I know that in your time at BIS, you have shown kindness to your fellow students, kindness maybe now and then to your teachers. But I urge you and encourage you to be kind to yourselves. As you are driving forward with your ambitions, your goals, the objectives you have for your lives, you need to look after the most precious, the most important thing you have, which is yourselves. So what do I mean when I say be kind to yourselves? Well, a little bit, as Heidi was just saying, don't be afraid to fail. You will fail. We all fail. And that is how we learn. In our lives, in our careers, we have plans that don't work out. We have times when we aim high and we don't quite reach it. This is all fine. And you'll know if you fail now and then that you are really trying, you're really pushing yourselves. But when you do, you know with the skills you have built, with the character you have, that you can pick yourselves up again, carry on, and set yourself on a new path. Being kind also means realizing you don't have to have it all figured out. It's great to have direction. It's great to know where you want to go in your academic career, in your professional lives. But life is not a straight line. You will head down a path. Now and then, you will need to reverse out. You will need to take a change of direction, and you might want to start afresh. In my own career, I started after graduating as an accountant. I thought this was the right path for me. I had listened to advice, I had considered my skills and my passions, and I headed down a path that a few years later I realized was not the right one. If that happens to you, when that happens to you, it's fine. You will know what to do next. The third way in which I would encourage you to be kind is to make time for the things that really matter to you in your lives. While you are pursuing your professional goals, your academic goals, make time for your family and friends. Make time for your health. Make time for the things that you are passionate about, that many of you have won prizes today in pursuing here at BIS. These things are what will sustain you in the path of your lives ahead. So the world is full of opportunities. So yes, stay curious, be flexible, be courageous, but above all, please be kind. Now, class of 2025, your story is remarkable. You are the first cohort to have completed both your IGCSE and IBTB-DP exams as planned, despite all the disruption of the COVID-19 pandemic. And while many around the world had their education interrupted, had to adapt, had to pause, you persevered. You doing that alone, that is a remarkable achievement. But what is impressive, in addition to doing it, is the way you've done it, with resilience, with a sense of community and supporting each other. You've shown what it means to persevere and to grow stronger through that challenge. You've supported one another with character and with compassion. And these qualities, resilience, adaptability, empathy, are exactly what the world needs more of right now. I'd also like to offer my congratulations and commend all the families who are here today, all of the teachers and all of the staff at BIS, everyone who has supported these brilliant students and put them on the path of success that is ahead of them. As the British Ambassador, I am incredibly proud of all of you, as you represent part of the very strong and growing ties between the UK and Vietnam, and the UK and the rest of the world, with education at the heart of that partnership. Schools like BIS embody the very best of what international partnership, international collaboration, and international learning look like. Rigorous academics, a rich cultural life, and a commitment to shaping a thoughtful, an ethical, and an empowered generation of young people. So, Class of 2025, as you head off on your next stage to universities around the world, in the UK and Vietnam and elsewhere, I hope you carry with you the values that BIS Hanoi has instilled in you. Keep that British connection so that you can be ambassadors for the UK. And keep asking good questions, keep learning and building connections between people and between the places you live. You, each of you, are global citizens, and your voices will shape our future. So, Class of 2025, congratulations to all of you. The future is yours. I wish you great success in whatever you choose for your futures. Go make it count. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to introduce a musical interlude from some of the talented students at BIS. Thank you.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't fear the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall.
Hope when the crowds scream out, it's screaming your name. Hope if the body runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Oh, the only way you can know is give it all you have. Oh, and I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I own every second that this world could give to so many places, the things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. Hope that you spend your days and they all add up. And when the sun goes down, hope you raise your cups. I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could get. So many places, the things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. Oh, 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 every broken bone, I swear I lived. With every broken bone, I swear I lived. I did it all. I did it all. word could get. Saw so many places, the things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I would live.
Thank you, students, for that musical interlude. I know that will have meant a lot to your peers that you shared that moment with them. Another round of applause for all of our musicians today, please. And also a special thank you to Heidi and Ambassador Fru for sharing your wise words and coming to join us today. It means a lot to us all that you've given your time and shared your energy and your wisdom with us here at BIS Hanoi. Now, whilst today is all about celebrating these wonderful students to my right and my left, the graduating class of 2025, there are three special people who have given a great deal to the BIS community. They deserve our thanks and our recognition today. Collectively, they've given 15 years of dedication, care, love and support to us all, whether you be parents, students, or teachers, and I count myself very lucky to have worked with these three wonderful colleagues. Today is their final BIS graduation. Mr. Vaughan, Miss Miller, Miss Archer, we thank you for everything that you've given. We miss you, and we will miss you, but your legacies at BIS Hanoi will live on far beyond the end of this term. Now, whilst you might not be capped and gowned today, we would like to make you honorary BIS Hanoi 2025 graduates. You've just raised the average age by about 2 or 3, I think. And to mark this occasion, I'd like to invite you on stage and to share with you a BIS Lionheart bear, a graduating bear with each of you as honorary graduates. We know that you will take these with you on your next adventures. So please join me on stage just to share these with you and our appreciation as a community. Thank you very much. Now, that's us done with the honorary graduates. We can get on with the real ones now. Your time has come, and don't worry, you are also getting a BIS Lionheart graduating bear. They're waiting for you on the right and the left of the room. And so, it gives me great pleasure to invite Mr. Mortimer, Year 13B Form Tutor, to the stage, and Mr. Vaughan, Ambassador Fru, who will help with the distribution of our BIS graduating diplomas. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Faulkner. 13B, please would you stand? Over the last 2 years, I've had the opportunity to get to know a group of very special students who have now grown up into the thoughtful and mature individuals that you are very soon going to meet. They have continually demonstrated kindness and compassion in their support of each other and those around them. They have maintained a positive outlook and good humour in the face of a barrage of deadlines and exams. And as they prepare to leave BIS and disperse around the world, I wish them every success at whatever they do next, and can't wait to hear the stories in a few years of what they've been up to. it now gives me a great pleasure to invite them up individually to receive their diplomas. Avikshit Sharma, going to Australia to read mechatronics and engineering. Bui Duk Ming, going to the UK to read social sciences. Chung Ashley, also going to the UK to read computer sciences. Choi Hei Min, going to Korea to read economics. Chu Ming Duk, who is going to Australia to read commerce. Do Zio Hung, going to the US to read health science. Do Kak Kwang, going to the UK to read business analytics. Ding Van Dat, going to Australia to read business analytics. Do Zarling, who's going to Australia to read marketing. Hong In Seong, going to Australia to read commerce. Jacob Mu-hyok Jung, going to the US to read economics. Kim Hyo-un, going to Korea to read chemistry. Kim Tae-hun, going to Korea to read engineering. Kim Tae-hwan, going to Korea to read engineering. Nargiz Gatolina, going to Australia to read the psychology of arts. Nguyen Kwok-an Bao, going to the UK to read economics. Nguyen Thi Ha Phung, going to the UK to read economics. Wang Xinwei, going to Australia to read mechanical engineering. (13B), if you could now please return to your seats, and I would like to invite Ms Daniels up on stage to do 13I.
Could I ask you to stand? 13I, I have one word to describe you as, which is legends. We've had 4 principal awards in our class, some questionable Premier League teams. However, I'm a bit disappointed that I couldn't convert any of them to Newcastle. And of course, an array of energy drinks that would be brought in on a Monday morning. But thank you for a very, very special 2 years. I'm excited to hear all about your adventures. And I just want to leave you with that last quote from Vin. I don't lose, only win or learn. And it also gives me great honour to read out the individuals and where they are going. Cho Yuen, South Korea, biochemistry. Dang Sonfat, Australia, studying finance. Do Kakvin in the UK studying business. Zhuang Anzui in the UK studying physics. Zhuang Hong Vietang, studying in Australia, business. Zhuang Quanang, studying in Australia, computer science. Hagiwara Runa, studying Japan, chemistry. Ho Hong Kwong, Australia, studying computer science. Hong Jisung, UK, studying engineering. Huang Jae-hun, studying in the US, economics and finance. Hyun Davin, studying in South Korea, political science and international relations. Jung Hyun, studying in South Korea, biochemistry. Kim Hong-mi, studying in the UK, music. Nguyen Phong Baonang, studying in the UK, design. Ta Vu Huang Nang, studying in the US, finance. And finally, Tagagi Riria, studying in Japan, economics. Thank you, 13I. You can now return to your seats, and I will be handing over to Ms. Taylor to introduce 13S.
been a privilege to support and guide you through your IB journey, and I can't wait to see and hear about your next adventures. So please do stay in touch. I'd like to invite them onto the stage. Kim Do-won is going to Japan to study hair design. Kim Do-young is going to Korea to study engineering. Lei Anqua is going to the US to study computer science. Lei Ming is going to the US to study economics. Lei Chak-ling is going to the US to study economics. Miguel Suarez is going to the UK to study mechanical engineering. Nguyen Za Ling is going to Australia to study architecture. Nguyen Ming Ang is going to Australia to study economics. Nguyen Thuy Lam is going to the UK to study finance. Nguyen Chin Vu is going to stay in Vietnam to study psychology. Pham Minh Tu is going to Australia to study biology. Pham Nguyen Bao is going to the UK to study business. Phan Thanh Tung is going to Holland to study economics. Phung Duc Khoi is going to the UK to study finance. Tomioka Sasuke is going to Japan to study business. Yi Yenju is intending to go to Korea or to Hong Kong to study computer science. Yo Yehoon is going to Korea to study economics. And Yoon Sua is going to Hong Kong or Singapore to study economics. (13S), please go back to your seats. And I'd like to hand over to Miss Min and Mr. McKenna.
H, would you please stand? I've only been co-tutor of 13H alongside Miss Men since August this year. Before then I didn't know many of the group at all. However, over the course of the year, as I got to know them better, I've been really impressed by each and every one of them. They're an unfailingly polite, dedicated and hard-working group. I'm confident they will all have a very, very bright future ahead of them. Best of luck. It also gives me great pleasure to invite them on stage to receive their diplomas. Kim Min-seo will be going to South Korea to study computer science. Kim Seul will be going to South Korea to study sports management. Gwak Byung-hyun will be going to South Korea to study biological science. Lei Kenhua will be going to the UK to study finance. Lee Jong-won will be going to South Korea to study chemical engineering. Mai Chi-kien will be going to Singapore to study computer science. Nguyen Hong An will be going to the UK to study history of art.
Nguyen Mai Phụng. Nguyen Mai Phong will be going to the US to study finance. Ju Sunwoo will be going to Singapore and study mechanical engineering. Nguyen Phu Quang will be going to the US and study psychology. My apologies. Ju Sunwoo will be going to Singapore and study mechanical engineering. So Jin Ho is going to Japan to study political science. Chan Ling Shi is going to the UK and study finance. Chan Taeyang is going to the US to study business. Vu Kangchang is going to Australia to study media and communication. (13H), please come back to your seat.
Thank you very much, tutors, and please join me again in a round of applause for our graduates of 2025. I'm now really looking forward to welcoming to the stage Kwok An Bao, more commonly known as Brian, and he has been chosen as our valedictorian student for 2025. Now, the valedictorian student is chosen by their peers to speak on their behalf. Yeah. And Brian is an excellent, I'm going to embarrass him now while I talk about him. Brian is an excellent example of a student at BIS. He has contributed to the school community by being a prefect, and throughout his academic journey, he really has exemplified excellence, dedication, and leadership. Brian has also been at the school for a number of years, 13 years. So he is truly part of the BIS family. Brian embodies many of our school values, such as care, respect, and integrity. So I really look forward to hearing from him. So please allow me to introduce Brian.
Good afternoon, esteemed parents, teachers, and fellow graduates. As some of you may know, I'm Brian. Yes, that guy who can never really be quiet. But ironically, standing up here today, I find myself almost speechless. Even with the script written and prepared, I still feel like I'm doing injustice to all that we've achieved. I'd just first like to say how honored I am to be standing up here, representing the class of 25, as we say our final goodbyes and reflect on this tiring, confusing, but ultimately rewarding journey. I'd also like to thank everybody who helped us get through these difficult times. Our parents for unconditionally supporting us, our teachers for guiding us through each step of the way, and last but not least, our peers, who managed to make these past 2 years just a little bit more bearable. Without your support, none of us would be here today. Looking back, it's kind of crazy to see how much we've grown. We came into this school as kids, awkward, nervous, clueless, but today we're leaving as young adults. I must admit, still occasionally clueless, but with a newfound strength to face whatever the world throws at us. And while we may have doubted ourselves at times, today is proof that we're capable of so much more than we've ever imagined. When I look around today, I don't just see a room filled with graduates. I see people ready to take on the world. Thank you. Reflecting on these past 2 years of straight caffeine and many late nights, I can confidently say that we've earned the title of resilience and wisdom. Though, if wisdom was measured by the amount of times we searched up ChatGPT detector, I think we'd be more than overqualified. But amidst our struggles and relentless quest for human written, we've also bonded over shared memories that made this journey truly unforgettable. A moment I think that perfectly encapsulates this must be the times after schools on Thursdays. One moment, we were clinging on to the hope that maybe, just maybe, we could perfect the IA or EE in the next 2 hours. The next is 4:59, and the citations list is still missing. In that last minute, there would be absolute silence. After that, a collective sigh of relief. Well, for the majority of us. But in these moments of chaos and panic, there was also laughter and unity. We brought each other up, gave each other tips, even when it felt like our whole world was going to explode. And maybe I'm coping, but that's what the IB really is about. The memories and friendships that we made along the way, and not what we get out of 45. Something that's really changed my perspective, really on everything, is what my parents told me when I was little, and occasionally till this day. If you don't find joy in what you do, it's just gonna be hard work. Well, of course, but how could I possibly find joy in the endless grind, the sleepless nights, and the abundance of deadlines? Finishing the IB, I've realized it's not about loving every single moment. It's about embracing the steep ups and downs. It's about celebrating the small wins, like submitting a little assignment or solving that one math problem you thought you'd never understand. These moments, though small and insignificant in the grand scheme of things, are there. And that's what helped me find the joy in coming to school every day. This really doesn't only apply for school, but also in our futures, where we will inevitably face challenges in our personal lives or future careers. But to that I say, treat it like an English essay. Find the meaning and purpose of your actions, and maybe even the hardest times can feel a little bit lighter. So I dare you to find your joy today. Pick up a new sport. Read a new book you swore you've never had time to read, but were just too busy scrolling. Or if you're really trying to find that joy, ask somebody out. But remember, treat it like a university application. Apply for some safeties too, just in case you don't meet the requirements, though I'm sure we all will. Like Mr. McKinney said, it's not about the top-ranking universities, but the ones that's best fitted for you. Well, well, this is it. The end of our IB experience and the BIS journey. For some of us, it's been a short but wild ride. For me and some others, it's been a 13-year sentence. Journey. 13 years of having the same amazing friends, growing up in the same walls, and making countless of memories. To be honest, writing this speech has really been bittersweet because, honestly, this is more than a school to me. It's all that I've ever known. It's seen me through my awkward phases, through my victories, through my first confession, which ultimately also led to my first defeats, But as we move out of these familiar walls, I hope that we all take something out to the real world. The future may be unpredictable, but I feel like everybody here has the potential to thrive and be successful. Let's cherish this moment, as before we know it, this is just going to be another distant memory we wish we would have enjoyed more. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Let's come together one last time to celebrate our journey. Now, I'm going to welcome onto the stage our principal at BIS Hanoi, Mr. Richard Vaughn. Please join me in welcoming him to the stage.
Well, how do you follow that? Well done, Brian. Thank you so much. Well, I just want to add my good afternoon to all of the students here this afternoon, to parents and family members who've joined us, to staff in all different capacities, teachers and admin staff, and ambassador. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. So before we close the ceremony today, just allow me to indulge with a few thoughts, a few words, and a few reflections for each and every one. First of all, Ambassador, I just want to thank you for joining us and supporting today's special event in the life of the school community of BIS Hanoi. To staff scattered around the room in various capacities, I want to make take a moment to acknowledge and honour with the students the work that you have put in to support each and every one of our 66 graduating students in front of us. We want to thank you, teachers, for nurturing these learners in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding and the development of skills. Thank you for the part that you've played. Parents and family members, well done for all the support that you have given your children. As their very first educators at home and enabling them, of course, to join our great school, BIS Hanoi, thank you for that. And when you've partnered with us in their learning journey all the way to this graduation day, please note that today is not the end of the support that you give parents, but the beginning of a new chapter, which will likely take place across continents. And to students, the graduating class of 2025, I want to say my additional congratulations. I did that one by one as I gave the diplomas with the ambassador. But I want to say well done. You've done it. You have successfully completed your exams, and with that, the IB diploma. This course is widely recognized as the most challenging high school diploma program in the world. An excellent passport and foundation for the university courses you are about to pursue. However, in terms of lifelong learning, be under no illusion. More and more and more is yet to come. In a very different context, in 1942, during the Second World War, Winston Churchill, who was the British Prime Minister at the time, famously said, "This is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning." And I am referring to your educational journey. And so let me charge you, students, to continue to relentlessly pursue a continuous journey of learning and growth, both as a person, in your studies, and in your future professions. The past years have indeed given you all the key tools that you will need as you face the next chapters in the story of your life. The question you will likely need to ask yourself on a daily basis is, what story do I want to write? Let me invite you to consider that it will be a story, yes, with you as the main character, but will it be one that solely focuses around you? Perhaps with all that has been invested into you, you could aim to make a positive difference in the lives of others. Go on, students. Be change makers. Be the best versions of yourself, and one that makes the world an even better place. Go for it. We will all be cheering you on. So, yes, enjoy today. Take time to reflect, to thank your teachers, your peers who've journeyed with you, your parents who've supported you, and other family members. Be thankful for the BIS education you have had. And finally, dream big, love well, and enjoy the ride. Thank you all. There is just one more formal item in the ceremony of graduation that we're going to complete together. First of all, students, can I invite you to stand up, please? We are about to do the turning of the tassel. Audience members, you will notice that the tassels are on the right-hand side of the caps. We are going to move those tassels in a moment together from the right side to the left side. Technically, they are graduands until they graduate. And so after 3, we are going to turn the tassels together. So just a reminder, students, it'll be 3, 2, 1, and we turn together from right to left, from graduands to graduates. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, and turn. Congratulations. And now the formal procedures are over. I'm going to hand over to my colleagues for the throwing of the caps.
Thank you, graduates. We can say you are graduates now. Please take your seats and follow our instructions. So please take a seat, graduates, as we get ready for the cap toss.
Was when I ruled when